good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the beta plan as we return to our Crimson Chateau estate within the darkest dungeon. Now, it is about time to head up the darkest dungeon level 2 because, gosh darn it, this is week 81. However, I don't like this event. The event gives me a minus 50% chance for virtue. I am not going to go in there with a lot of stress relief. I'm going to take a Houndmaster with us. But that is it. And then, if we get to a resolve check, I'd like not for even less of a chance to get a good one. So, actually, I'm going to go in with, well, a good oldie team for all that is good. And actually, I'm hoping to get a little bit better trades on Rav and perhaps some other people that can still go into the Darkest Dungeon, not Jordan or Arthur. For that matter, perhaps we should put it in Valak. How about you, Precise Striker? Actually, Clutter is kind of bad if you want to bleed, but I kind of, in the case of a Flatulent, this is an exception. I would like Eldritch Hater more, but that's far stretching kind of the luck. So we're just gonna go in with this. We should not get a resolve check with this team. This team is too darn good. Should have enough. And we can get a Caretaker's Convention. Sounds nice. I also could go for this one for Caretaker's Convention, but I busts, deeds, 9 deeds, 5 busts. I believe deeds and busts are about equal in trade, so let me just check that for certain. If I can go with deeds, here 3 deeds or 2 busts. But if I had busts, which I don't, so I can't show you the trading, that's unfortunate, I think it would be about the same. So, and we're going to go for the deeds. That's provision. That is way too much food. I need this, need that. We're going after all into the Weald. Wait, we don't need that money torch. We have 2 light creators, and good ones at that. We don't really need this, but we get it for free, so why not? Enough interactions of that in this area, let's go. So, this is a little bit of a tactical decision to go into the Weald instead of the Darkest Dungeon. You might be saying, I am kind of like waiting. And that is true. The level 2 Darkest Dungeon is the most difficult one, but that's why I want to have the perfect circumstances for it. Alright, time to enter and time for me to clear my throat. Give me a moment. Sorry about that, I know that you hear clicks, but it's the only way I can easily do it.
Every lost resource must be recovered.
Move to this room of battle. Well, it's kind of pointless. How long is this dungeon? Not terribly long. Let's go. Let's have some fun. After all, we won't be running into random bloody bloodsuckers and stuff like that, so should all be good. Is that enough? No, it's not. This is
decimated.
Unfortunate. Even more unfortunate. Not a good hit. Nice dodge. You're really gonna do double howl on me.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
I know, but that's not a problem here. This is not about gazing. Actually gonna do this. Hopefully stun. No, I don't have the stun equipped here, which is annoying. Well, let's do this for a lot of light creation. That is our first. order of business.
Masterfully executed.
I really wish one of my stunners could go. Actually, I have but one stunner once again because he doesn't have it right now. Dodge. That's too bad.
Festering
I
fear.
dislike it mainly because he is causing a serious amount of stress. That's one. My light is going out the wazoo. Oh, we'll have to stress you a little bit in the next fight, because I can't keep him up also. I'm just glad he didn't give us a worry. He went before one of the... you do another how? Lucky you didn't give me the worries. No? Thank you, that crate is exactly what I was looking for. So that I can do this, create more light, relieve the stress, he will die from the next bleed. We are guaranteed of that, so no need to kill him, just stress relief. There we go.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
No, don't do that. That is lucky though, but that wasn't smart. And we have a very stressed out Vestal. Oh, nowadays you are... That's really annoying. And I didn't change the ability. That is dumb. We could dodge... Let's start with the dodge tanking. That's a good stun. Full light.
A blazing star is
And Curse of Vulnerability isn't a problem as long as this bloody guy is gone. We will get the Flagellant to be super tanky by just taking over whatever marks he wants. And we'll dodge tank the rest of it. And hopefully in that way resolve ourselves from trouble. Though I have to admit that now I realize this, it does cause us to be unable to actually hit anything. So that was a bad idea. But now she's out of stealth, we can do some other stuff. Confusion Spores. Yeah, it tends to crit a lot, unfortunately. For now, I'm happy, however, that I have Holy Lance, except I miss. Which is very unfortunate. That's a good blow. But it did not bleed, otherwise it wouldn't have killed her anyways. We can get back the light. The light is not the problem. This is not a good thing. Because where he can hit with Tree Branch Smackdown.
Exposed to a killing blow.
We need the stress relief.
Can be healed, but never hidden.
We need the stress relief. Will you stop? Thank you. Definitely. There we go. I need to get rid of her.
As the enemy crumbles.
And let's stun this guy. There we go.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Yes. Also, causes us to get less stress. 100% of light. Nice. No chance, but the critical does release some stress, so I'm okay with it. Tree Wrench Smackdown on our Crusader. It's a lot of damage, but it's not a problem. That is a nice crit. Damage is expected against this opponent. It is. Oh, another crit! Noise! 21 bleed. Free range smackdown on the right fellow. Awesome. Won't take away his vast abilities, and it does take away his enormous amount of pile of stress.
A powerful blow.
That it is. 31 is not bad. Let's try and stun him again because I don't want to take away his strongest abilities, which I managed not to do. There we go. He is dead next turn. We can start stress healing the crap ton out of everybody. With 100 light and no stress and what have you not, I think that this was a good fight. And then to remember of the good old days that this was a tough fight, because this guy, sometimes he smacked you really down with that tree wrench. What was it again? 64 damage or something with that
A
critical?
monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
And as you can see, doing this corridor, not a problem. I can't tell you how much more relaxing it is to play this game now that I'm not in the courtyard. I can't express that in words. And it has nothing to do with the courtyard being ridiculously tough. I mean, it's tough, but it also has a lot to do with, oh, I wanted to... Weak grip. Oh, you can get rid of that, except that you are not going into the darkest dungeon, which is a bit of a shame, because you've already been into a darkest dungeon. Yeah, I'm letting the light go down. Will you stop interacting with everything? I don't care so much that it is interacted with as for the loot, it's just like it's dangerous. I'll light a torch. Light's getting a little too low for my liking. Oh, that's a pretty good idea, because these guys, well actually these ladies, will add a ton of stress, and it will be more stress if it's dark. Like that. But luckily that was a dodge. Going for the third rank so that the flagellant can hit as well. Now of course a critical.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
The game is like, how dare you relax? You are not to relax during this game. Well, you are dead at least. So I will try and stun him to make the fight a little easier, create even more light.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Indeed it is. And I guess it's going to be the Houndmaster that's going to get some mighty amount of stress relief from our Crusader here. This is a good turn of events, because it does mean that the Houndmaster has a better chance of killing her. Certainly after that miss. You are dead. Also possum. Time to some stress relief. Time to recreate light.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
To be honest, it was kind of foreseen. That both she would die, and that she would die at that moment. Hey. I wanna bleed! Give me that! Thank you. Yeah, I can create some light and take down an attack, or remove a possibility of an attack so that we can recover a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Just doing that so that I get a ton of protections. Well, that removes more or less all the stress from the Crusader. That was exactly what we were assuming you would do. Let's do this. I know we have someone that can use some heals. But right now, I really want to do this.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That is a full light, thank you very much. Time to do the old smackdown. Wrong target. Throwing with the bleed again. Come on.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
That's what you get for not holding on to the plan. I'm gonna try and leave this guy alive for one additional turn. And then let the flagellant, yeah, heal us up. So gotta trick the game a little bit. I should have one turn to do this. Now, we don't want everybody to go before he goes, otherwise, thank you. There we go. Full health. Nice dodge tanked. And bada boom, bada bing. Unfortunate, but we can rectify that with a crit from Kowtow. Still alive despite the family history. Gotta take the medicine with us. The question is, what are we gonna replace it for? You don't really need holy water in here. There we go. Quest location. Well, that's making it. Will you stop interacting with everything? What is doing that? Obsessed with material things. Oh no, necromania is it. So now you have syphilis. Congratulations. I can't take you into... Oh no, you. Bloody hell. The fact also that she nowadays is... That's a good dodge. The fact that nowadays she is stealthed is a little annoying. And these guys are... they're gonna give me diseases and... why do you interact with everything? It's annoying me already to no end. Oh, you're still marked. How the hell did that last that long? Alright, cooking it up. Because you are annoying as heck, you hateful Virago. That's very little damage for something that has absolutely no protections.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Well, you are getting destroyed. As it should be. Darn that. Oh, I have to admit, it is Caretaker's Convention, so we can take rid of the disease for free. So, in that sense, it's alright. It's just like I hope to lock in trades more, and I'm probably first going to do that, but perhaps then I'm just going to have to take out another Houndmaster. As said, I will go into the Darkest Dungeon at week 85 no matter what. That is the guarantee I will give. I'm not actually sure if a Virago can raise something that died from bleeding. Will you stop doing that? These guys are super fast. You are also pretty darn fast. You're dodging hell. You do not seem yourself, Virago. What? Now the problem is that she will still lower her light. Assuming she hits, apparently. That's like no stress at all. Everybody's a little bit wounded, so everybody gets a little bit of a heal. That's low damage, but yeah, we're not in a ruin, so that means the Crusader's value in attacking becomes a lot lower. That is unfortunate. That was a dumb move. I should have really taken her out.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Voila, remove the stress.
Well struck.
You're dead. Exactly dead. Could not leave more.
This expedition at least promises success.
Once again, we don't really need gold, but we're stacking this one up. And it's already bigger than the stack for gold, so for now we'll keep these. Next battle. Another Virago, including a madman. Alright, expect a lot of stress here, as we'll try and focus on killing you. And yes, we're gonna cookie it up again. We're gonna take medicine with us anyways, and this is a cookie-worthy fight with her in it. And yes, I think it's a her because of, I think these are boobies. But they're probably horribly sagging boobies. Oh, yeah, now we have random mark, of course, activated. Oops. Oh well. That's actually quite alright to do that. Once again, attack. She's resisting the blade, which is the most annoying part of what's currently happening. She can't be stunned. 245% stun resistance. Yowza. Okay then. Let's just recover everybody a little bit. She must have been nerfed. She used to hit way more often. Go Shieldbreaker DLC. Which I do like because, to be fair, she was kinda nutty. And the Swine King, Swine Prince or Swine God was nothing, and now the changes to the Arbalist, it's a lot more difficult. Ruinous Axe. Yeah, but they can't reach there, so that's fine. Well, she needs another blow, so...
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Now we definitely need to kill the Madman. We're not out of the woods yet here. Regarding oh, that was a dumb one. Oh well. I mean, this team can just give a ton of stress. I do like the fact that they're seriously focusing on the Crusader, whose mark stays the whole battle. So, another accusation. Yeah, he's kind of angry that he attacked him.
Knowing uncertainty, the birthplace of dread.
Nice little bit. And there's the crit. Random marked. Yeah, you random marked, whatever. It's not enough damage. Well, it is getting enough damage, but what will now happen, of course, is that the Flagellant will just simply take over his marking, and his protections can go up into the 100% type of deal, so then it's all good. Besides, the Flagellant likes to get hit, so, yup. Random mark. They really like to do that. That crit is a little annoying. If only just that it would take longer to stress you, everybody. Then. Yeah, that more or less takes care of her. And now with one proper Cry Havoc, it should all be being solved. Voila. This is already being solved. You're still rending the mark, buddy. It had to be another crit. Oh, but there's not a crit that does much to the lineup. Only to him. And he is already in the right type of level of HP for him to do whatever the heck he wants. Which is gonna be kaboom! There you go. All that work you did for naught. As that cry happened, was for nothing. Groping swipe. Ah yes, of course, we have nothing marked right now. Let's attack it after all, and is bleeding right now. We should do more damage. Seems like a good idea. Yeah, unlike the random marked, I have the feeling that Groping Swipe has a blight possibility, but random marked doesn't have it at all. Nice, lowered bleed resistance. We can kill you before you act again if we do it properly. Yeah, even if we did not bleed you, that was good enough. There we go. Start to work on you, because after all, we're working on the other guy. That means you need to die also in a quick enough time frame for this plan to work.
A death by inches. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I actually don't want to attack him, because otherwise he's dead. So please don't let this be a critical and everything should be fine. It's a dodge even. Everything is fine. Goodbye.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
No, we're definitely not going that route. Well, we can check the curio. Are we gonna camp already? Yeah, no, heck, why not?
Huddled together. Furtive and vulnerable.
We don't need that.
Rats in a maze.
And those two are activated, and then of course the last one, prayer. See, we hardly touched our torches.
Otherworldly corruption.
And we're doing fine. Hello! You guys will rush forward anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it is nice to take you out, so let's work on that. If only to get him again into the right position. Let's try and stun him. Nope. Take you out. Good, a miss. Allows me to do this. Working on the front. Strangely enough. Ooh, that can be an annoying target. Because she takes extra stress, and let's not forget, she also... You don't want Yukito to get stunned. Which is why I want to take her along one time, because she does have hard nogging. It's actually why I locked it in. Normally I wouldn't lock that in. I don't think it's one of the best, but... when it's on a Vestal? Yeah, sure, give it to me. Let's do some damage. I actually should probably lower his protections. Skull toss again. And again a hit. But we're at full light, so I don't really want to do anything on top of it. Like, there's no way I should proclaim that a little better. Explain it a little better. We are at full light. So there's no way I can lower the amount of stress he does to me by increasing the light. You have to do that. Ooh, as one of your last moves. But you fail. Noise is stun. And full health, no stress. I love this team. I think this is one of the strongest teams around. Even in dungeons where they're supposedly not to be, or not excel at it. I mean, bleeding in this place is good.
For a task well performed.
But we don't have a vampire, and we're making our own blood. We don't need it. So let's take it like this. There we go. And we shouldn't run into any bloodletters in here. Big old scout. Lots of obstacles. Wait, hold on. Hold up. We would just check what the scenario is. We could use a little more food. Or perhaps some good rewards.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I think that's a good reward. 2 portraits. Enter. Thank you. And not only that, we have now more food than we would ever need. I would assume at least there won't be that many hunger events, so probably we'll throw it away at a certain moment. But
malformed with misintent.
the portraits was the thing that made me go, that's not bad. We don't have the bandages anymore. Will you please stop doing that? Jesus. Sorry, shouldn't curse on that, but still, come on. Stop touching the dead people. Leave them alone. Oh, hello. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Now we don't need that much
for in
food.
blood.
We really don't need that much food. Well, I'm glad I brought the amount of shovels that I brought along. And the light is only going down because we just don't have any fights on our hands. Thanks. That's gonna be a scout that's gonna tell us where we need to go, probably. No, we don't, but it's a fight, so we can create some light. There's a... Oh no, it's a hunger activation. Oh dear Lord, and I'm sure if I... Will you please stop interacting with everything? I wanted to do that on the back turn when we had probably a little bit less food, or had a chance for a little less food. Seriously. They're surprised. Probably due to our great scouting ability. No, not scout, what is it? Hound's Watch. Oh, and let's get groped. Voila! Curse of Vulnerability. The Crusader was already marked anyway, so that really doesn't matter. Rend the mark. Oh yeah, it's a groping swipe when you're not marked. So we do not want to get groped. The giant is going down. Hold on, let's get some protections here as well, because we're not sure where he's gonna hit us with his 3-branch smackdown, unless he's gonna do Confusion Spores first, which, as I have already said many a time, crits quite often. Yeah, she's out of, she's come out of stealth.
A decisive.
Ooh, and Couchel says no.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Let's hit you. Yes, I'm forgoing actually giving proper health to him, just so that he can do his thing. More light. Always good, and a stun isn't bad on the giant. Take over that blight, mark yourself. Time to get additional healing off. Let's create some light and hopefully stun, but that did not work the way I had planned it. Tree branch smackdown. But only 4 damage because we have 80% protections. I like it. That is the Vestal restored to nearly full capacity. Apparently just not below 50% health. Yeah, alright. Another tree branch smackdown, but it should be very low damage because we have 120% protections now. No, 80% still. Sorry. We must have skipped a turn somewhere, but I kind of forgot.
The ground quakes.
A nice stun. The stress is minimal on everybody. This should not prevent him from using his abilities. We have 100% light. Awesome possum. And there is a big ass old heal. And then enrolling also extra damage from the Houndmaster. And trying to stun the giant, which works. This fight is going our way. Oh, he's only 9 bleed. That's actually kind of little. That is decent damage. Barshow.
Their cursed champion falls.
Well, that is more or less all the stress dealt with. That's more or less all the hit point loss dealt with. We're doing fine. Yep. No, I should have attacked. I can heal another round with her. And then I would have put him into more dangerous areas of dying so that we won't have trouble with the light. So that was in many ways wrong. Every tactical type of way, that was the wrong move to do last round.
Soothed. Sedated.
But he should probably on a deadly bleed, yes he is. He has actually 1 HP left. Nice dodge. He's on a deadly bleed, so we don't have to do anything. Let's do this. Just waiting for the heals to come in. There we go. Don't be ridiculous, you don't feel faint. There we go. Do that ridiculousness, and unfortunately, no way to heal up the extra bit.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
Because we really don't need the food. Yay, we can make use of one of the keys we took with us. Get actually absolutely nothing out of it that we want. Goodbye. Another blockage, but there's the quest location. Perfect. Let's interact with it now before that he does.
A fortune.
Yeah.
To be spent.
We'll take the money. We'll take the cash, yo. Oh, there's not even a fight here.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
We'll continue adventuring just to get a little bit more out of this dungeon. But in principle, good dungeon. Let's get our just reward, shall we? I have the feeling the party order is not correct. Yep. Confusion spores were active also upon me. But we've just remedied that problem. Surprise! You did not expect the Spanish Inquisition, did you? You resisted the bleed. That's really annoying. Let's just make sure that we get at least one of them down. These buggers are being annoying.
Annihilated.
Whoa, that was serious amounts of damage. And a Grave Mother. That's a dodge. Nice. Since when are maggots again this tough? And I say it that way because at a certain point they kind of made an error and they had like 90% protections.
Eradicated.
Maggots were unkillable. And then seeing a team of 4 maggots was actually something you feared because of the grave nibble, the stun, and the disease, and the thing. I don't know if they could all do that back then anymore, but it was a little bit like, whoa! Maggots were a little OP for a moment. Yeah, didn't expect that though, did you? Neither did we as players. If you give another disease to him, it almost doesn't matter because he's gonna get treated for it anyways. Goodbye. Bump in the night. Dodge. Let's create some light. Why do I do that on the guy that already acted? I have no idea, probably because I don't really care. Because these guys are just the laughing stock of the monsters. Here, bum! Crit! I will solve my stress issues that way. Goodbye, good sir. Here, take another one. Ah, you didn't get stunned as well. That would have been the ultimate insult, but they're too slow to matter, so I can do this and kill. Nope, no stress relief that way. No problem. Goodbye. That's a bit of loot.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
No, and I think the light is kind of no longer needed, so I'll throw that away for a little bit of the extra loot. Will you stop interacting with everything? When you are not the one supposed to interact with those things. The Eldritch powers are not for you to understand or comprehend. Oh! Hello! A chance for good loot. We threw everything away. You know what? Here.
Wealth beyond measure.
Lucky.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
There's a good chance that actually that goes wrong, but I was like, you know what, here, let's see if you're lucky on that as well. But no, of course, and he has no problems. Well, we could have made the full stack, but I really preferred the 4 deeds. Let's just go in here. We don't need the food anymore. Actually, I should have realized we don't need the food anymore because we had 2 curios. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's start with you.
Singular strike.
There's a nice little bit of bleed there. I'll take the groping swipes for a little bit of extra light.
Brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
And a little bit more light. But no stun, unfortunately. Oh, you will be dead next turn then. Oh, now they're both marked. Okay. Rent the marked on the front. It's a nice dodge. He was already marked, but and it's a dodge anyways. That rent the marked is a little worse.
Reeling.
Certainly when it's a crit. But then you also help me by activating my secret powers. Let's just get rid of you. Why the hell did I do that? Well, the corpse will go away in 2 turns. More light.
Ringing ears.
Doesn't matter. At least hit points don't matter. The disease chance that happened there, and luckily was resisted, is a little bit more annoying. I didn't even know they could do that with Rain of Blight, that they could give diseases. That's new to me. Ow! You keep owing my guy. Well, if you can do that, let me just focus on you a little bit more, eh? I'm not playing this fight very well, I have to admit, but it shouldn't matter too much. Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Okay. Hold on here just a minute, buddy boy. I'm gonna actually do this because I want to be guaranteed at the heal. Because if I miss the enemy, I don't heal at all, I believe. So, let me just do that. Wait. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let me just kill you first. At least I hope. No. Next round? Yes. Another crit. They haven't critting this guy. Man, stop. Jordan. Get the hell out of there, buddy boy. You're about to die. You don't watch out. Let me just actually heal you properly. Don't die on me. No thanks. Because we need to have a few rounds of recovery and not have this city's stuff happen to us. I think I just moved you out of the good range. Yeah, I did. Well, let's get some protections for our man over here then, so that he doesn't even suddenly die to all these blows. Goodbye.
Compassion is a rarity.
Double crit for stress relief. Don't mind if you do. They're also all perfect 7. They were perfect 7 stress, so that 1 stress relief from Cry Havoc would have solved everything, but then that happened. Well, the damage is at least now minimal, so that is good. Cry Havoc again. Yeah, let's work on you. Stunner Rooney. And you will now bleed to death. Next turn, only 1 guy. Really doesn't matter. Get rid of the stress. And then we only have you as having a little bit of stress. Ooh. Just off the strongest abilities, apparently. Then let's do this. Anyways. Because it doesn't really matter then. Not a crit. I almost had everybody properly healed. Now I need to hope that some Cry Havocs go right. And thus I'm going to have to slow down a little bit this fight. I could have just instantly solved it, I think, by attacking. If I hit. That, of course. It's not really a lot of stress, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Alright. The next turn, we go nuts on this dude. Because he's rather slow. He has speed too, so I doubt that he will impede our progress. Well, he is dead anyway, so that's guaranteed. No crit for our Houndmaster. Okay, the Houndmaster's gonna leave this place with free stress. I think that's fine. There we go. There is our additional reward.
These medicines will prevent the outbreak of epidemic at our struggling hamlet.
Yes, they will. And an additional disease for Cowchild. We get lethargy. Gotta get rid of that. Eagle Eye. That's for a range that would have been nice. Unyielding. Deaf Irrepressible is better than Lurker. And Earring as well. On range skills, you don't need that. Well, too bad. Can't have them all. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great herald yields great beauty.
Makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
Like a lovely convention, because it's the perfect place to study of the suffering.